Good, beautiful morning. Welcome to episode 27 of A Dog's Life. I am John. I am your host. And this is my leg of our spiritual journey that we walk together. This morning I would, and third time's a charm. This morning, the things that have resonated with me are frustration and self-talk. Separately, it has really been on my own soul, on my own heart recently about how profound of an effect our self-talk has on us. And a lot of it we do without even realizing that we are doing it. I'm not talking about just looking in a mirror and telling yourself that you like yourself. I am 100% for that. I 100% believe in it. But I think our true self-talk comes in moments of frustration, in moments where the energy is all pent up. How do we talk to ourselves in those moments? If there's something that we are trying to do, something that just does not seem to be working out right, what is our self-talk? After you've tried something multiple times to change the energy, do you say things to yourself like, I'm dumb, or I don't know why I couldn't get that, or I'm stupid? You're not any of those things. But when we say those types of things, even when we say those types of things in moments of frustration, that is self-talk too. In loving ourselves, in loving ourselves fully, let me back up a second. I think a big stepping stone, milestone, when we can go through those moments of frustration and choose not to have negative self-talk. What a beautiful step forward. Because we don't need to. We're not stupid. We're not dumb. In those moments, we may have said those things in frustration, but when you're saying it in frustration, you're putting that out into the universe, into the world. Regardless of whether you believe in the universe, collective energy, Christianity, Buddhism, any of the things you believe in, whatever source you find your guidance in would not want you to talk to yourself that way. Would you tell your child they're dumb? If we praise those around us and praise our children, or if we try to ease a situation in others or try to ease it in our children, why not give yourself the same latitude? You were worthy. You were worthy of that same latitude. I'm not saying you won't get frustrated, but when in those moments of frustration and just angst, don't talk down on yourself. That moment does not change who you are. That moment is just a moment. It'll pass. Last night, I put a meme on Facebook sometime in the last couple months that really resonated with me. It said, "How you say representative into a phone truly shows who you are." And I know that we've all, in moments of frustration, been like, "Representative!" We're like, that is really going to make a difference to the automated voice on the other side of the phone. I've done it. Anyway, here I am last night. I'm online and I'm going, so at first I'm trying to do something online. And at first I get their AI bot. The little bot tries to help me with my problems. So on attempt 1, I typed out what I was looking for. The bot said, "Let me connect you to a representative." I sat and I waited. I typed out my problem. I waited on the representative. The representative responded and said, "Let me look into it." While the representative was looking into it, I decided to get up and take care of something and come back to my phone. When I get back to my phone, the representative had typed, "Are you still there?" And as soon as I'm typing yes and hitting send, I get a message that says chat ended or something to that effect. So here I start through the process a second time. I get through the AI bot, I get back to a representative. I don't walk away from my phone. The representative says, "I sent a link to your email. Should use the link. It'll get you where you need to go." I said, "Thank you." I get to my email. The link is actually a 2-part link. In the first part of it, I'm supposed to click a button to get me to the website I need to go to. In the second part of it, it gives me a code that I'm supposed to enter. I spend the next 15 minutes trying to... So I would click on the link, and since it's all in my email, I would have to click back out, go to the next email it sent me, get the code, go back to the link, hit it again, and put in the code. Well, because I hit the link twice, it would tell me that the code was no longer valid, because by me hitting it a second time, it was negating the first link and sending me a second one. So I spent about 10 minutes of frustration going back and forth. At that point, it had sent me 15 or 16 different links. And then I go back and I click back in, start talking to the AI bot again, and the bot is like, "I don't understand what you're trying to ask." I said it a different way. "I don't understand what you're trying to ask." So I type out representative, but in my head I'm really saying representative. When that still was not working to get me where I needed to go, I set my phone down. I walked away. I took a few breaths. And then I went back in. with my thoughts more aligned. And I'm like, to myself, because I do talk to myself a lot, to myself, I'm like, self, you're not going to get the answers that you want from the AI bot. How are you going to solve this? And I'm like, wow, I don't have to do everything from my phone. I can walk upstairs, I can hit the on button on my laptop, I can click on the link in the email on my phone, I can have my laptop open with my email open. So I don't have to click out of the link on my phone, but I can see the link come up on my laptop. Mic drop. Thank you. Not saying all of that to look for praise. That is not the end game of this conversation. It's sometimes we get so caught up in the moment, pressing for an answer, that we're not stepping back and seeing that there are other alternatives. Take a moment in those times of frustration and just step back. Because you're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're in a moment of frustration with something that you don't deal with on a daily basis and you're trying to understand. Don't down talk yourself. Because it's not about you. You're just so caught up in your frustration that you talk down to yourself, and you're better than that. You are worthy. Your love, your abundance, your beauty. I woke up this morning about 3 a.m. I used the restroom. I felt good. So I go back to bed. My alarm is set for 5:05, 5:10, somewhere in that area. I lay back down. I wake up 5 till 7. I get up and I'm like, what the freak? Totally slept through my alarms. And I had somewhere that I wanted to be this morning, someone I wanted to see before they went on with their day. So here I am rushing out the door. Pretty proud of myself for the time frame I got out the door in, because it's not my normal morning routine time. But in going through this, and going back to positive self-talk, it makes such a huge difference if we do it consistently, how we view ourselves. I will try to take alternate routes a lot of times when I'm going somewhere familiar, just because I believe that getting out of your normal route triggers different things in your mind. It opens different synapses and things like that, so you will think differently. But there's this one road when I'm traveling on it, there's this set of trees that line it, and I use that as my gratitude point. Excuse me for burping. But I use that line of trees as my gratitude point. When I'm coming up on it, they line the road, they kind of make a canopy, and as I'm coming up through there, I will look at each tree individually. It's like a 30-mile-an-hour zone, so I'm not traveling 70 on a highway. But I will look at the trees, and I will speak to every one of them individually, and I'll just say, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's not about the trees, it's just about taking a moment to be thankful for myself and the changes I've made and loving myself. We all need to take that time to just love ourselves. On this day, I urge you, if you happen to run into one of those moments of frustration, to step back, to laugh at yourself. It's not that serious. It is not at all. I love you. Thank you all for sharing this journey with me. On this beautiful Friday, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and gratitude. May you just go into this weekend full of abundance and self-love. Don't pick yourself apart. Praise the positive things you've done. Love you consistently. And the more you love yourself consistently, the more it becomes a habit. Even though I woke up seriously late today, I took a sip of my coffee and I was walking around outside. I'd let the dog out. We both go out and pee outside. But I was sipping my coffee and I'm like, man, I feel good. Not just me and my body, but the energy around me. I felt good. And I feel good more than I ever used to. Change your self-talk, change your self-love, change your perception of yourself. And the world around you changes. I promise you it does. Thank you.